Okay, so I'm still on the six of Earth. Sorry about that, guys. Still on the six of Earth. So, like I said, it's about and your responsibility. So you do have a responsibility, and you know that. Whenever you've been blessed with the purpose of being a healer of some sort. There are different forms of healing, being a healer, um, or being a leader, being some sort of leader in the world. Different forms of being a leader. There are different forms of being a leader. Um, or just being a light that people can look at and use as inspiration or use as well, inspiration. That's the only word that's coming to me. But basically, people look to you as a light of inspiration. And it's not like they're wanting to do exactly what you do, but it helps them. It's like, you know what? They can't help but be themselves. And I love it. That's what I love about them. I want to be able to be comfortable in being myself. And when you do that, sometimes you don't, a lot of the time you don't even realize it. And that's where the selflessness comes in. You're not looking to make sure, oh, is this person inspired? Is this person inspired? I have to. No, this will come naturally. Your light is a natural light. So you will naturally be inspiring people. You'll naturally be leading people. You'll naturally be healing people. It's just about finding that position, and you'll be guided to that position, and opportunities will start coming to you when you get in this balance, when you trust yourself and when you have faith. Okay? And when you're in a state of flow, when you're in a state of acceptance in the present moment, accepting what's happening right now. So that is part of your duty. Okay? Just lighting them up. And then the only air card we got, or the only card of any other element that we got is air. The seven of swords, the seven of air. Excuse me. I was patting myself. But the seven of swords normally is about illusion, or deception, deceiving yourself. That's how I see it. It's not always about being lied to, but you could be lying to yourself, or you could be deceiving yourself, telling yourself stories because you're too busy comparing yourself to others who are also doing what you want to do. You're talking down to yourself, discouraging yourself, you know. But the other meaning of this card is about spirituality. Okay. It's also about, let me pull it up. I know it's about spirituality. Here we go. It's about spirituality, religion, politics, your personal dogma, and kindness. There we go. Okay, I was looking to see if there was anything else. Okay. But yeah, the keywords that highlighted to me were spirituality, religion, politics, personal dogma, and kindness. Now, like I said, part of your light may be, or part of your purpose may have to do with spirituality, religion, or politics. Whenever I think of politics, I think of some people in the United Nations. I'm terrible with names, so I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. But if any of you are really into politics, there are people that you may really be inspired by that have to helped you to become enlightened when it comes to your purpose. It's like, okay, I think this is what I'm really inspired or passionate about this. Um, and I really agree with a lot of the things that this person has to say because it has to do with helping the majority. It has to do with helping others, taking others out of harm's way, and that's part of what I want to do. So, like I said, United Nations, that's in politics. Being the president, that also has to do with politics. Um, there are also a lot of secrets in politics. So Seven of Swords does have to do with lies or deception in a way. So you may want to be the one that shares the truth with the world. Spread the truth. And that's really what everyone's higher purpose is about, is not only sharing the truth of yourself, but sharing the truth of the world around us, that there is more. There is more than what we see. Okay. And the other key word that stood out was spirituality and religion. So you may be guided to be a spiritual healer, or just a healer of sorts. You could be a doctor, or a counselor, or a psychologist. And you may want to use that platform to really benefit and uplift others, to help awaken others to who they are. Help awaken others to the fact that they are on a journey, that they are on a path, and to help enlighten them, awaken them to see more, that there is more. And religion. A preacher is another, a preacher or a minister is another form of leading, or a form of healing, being a healer. Or not healer, sorry, leading though. You know, that also has to do with spreading the truth. Okay, you have a platform to spread the truth. Okay, you have a platform to, again, help others to awaken to who they are, to help awaken to themselves. And I say that so much because a lot of us, as we go through conditioning, as we're growing up, we forget ourselves. And when we forget ourselves, when we don't really know who we are, when we don't know ourselves, we start to try to find ourselves externally rather than going internally. Because a lot of us don't even know that going internally is an option sometimes. Others of us who do know that's an option sometimes choose to ignore it and still try to find themselves externally. So being a teacher, a leader, a healer helps guide people, helps teach people, helps awaken people to their journey and to who they are at their core, to their higher selves. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to pause this. Okay, that was the house phone ringing, so I apologize. Anyway, but yeah. So the first row is already saying that your purpose has to do with uplifting humanity. Your purpose has to do with awakening the world to the truth that there is more than just the physical. There's more than just what is in front of you. There is a higher purpose for all of us, and awakening people to that fact that they're more. Helping someone to awaken to the fact that you are more. Okay, helping someone to tell themselves, I am more. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. It says ordinariness. So the Eight of Pentacles is normally a card about, it's a card about learning. It's a card about learning as you go along your path, as you move forward. It's about discovering and learning, or how should I say it? Newly discovering a skill or a talent, or newly discovering something and then learning about it. Not so much refining it yet, but you've newly discovered something. You're learning about it, and then you go into that refinement and to that perfection state. So this tells you that what you know your skills are, whatever the skill may be. Like I said, we're all born with a skill, but they need to be refined. The skills need to be refined. You need to learn more. You need to learn more about it so that you can help others to learn. You can help others to do the same thing. Okay? And that's another Earth card. Then we have the Queen of Swords and politics, Seven of Swords again. Now, the Queen of Swords, the traditional meaning of the Queen of Swords didn't necessarily highlight to me. What highlighted to me was the fact that it says morality, your morals. And that also has to do with integrity. Literally, one of the key words in integrity is morality. So when you have such a purpose, when you have a purpose that is to help uplift humanity, or to heal, help humanity to heal themselves, or to be a leader of some sort, you do need to take a look at yourself. You need to take a deep look at yourself, and you need to, in a way, question your morals. You need to make sure you have the right intentions when it comes to sharing your light, making sure your heart's in the right place, your mind's in the right place. All right. So that's what that is about. And being honest. Okay. It's also about being honest. And then we have the Seven of Swords again. Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. So this one strictly says politics. So some of you might want to get into politics. I'm going to have to speed this reading up. But some of you might want to get into politics. And if that's the case, you do have to do a lot of learning and studying. It is good to stay up to date. And I'm telling this to myself too. But it is good to study, research, and to stay up to date on things if you know that's necessary. And even though, I don't know if I said this before, but this reading is not pointed to specifically divine masculines or divine feminines. It's for both. And gender does not matter when it comes to the terminology. But I did get Empress and the Queen of Cups. So that is feminine energy. So if feminines are wanting to get into politics, or if you feminines have been questioning if you are meant to be a leader, a teacher, healer of some sort, and if that is your divine purpose, take this as a confirmation that it is. And you need to pursue that with commitment. You need to have commitment. Okay. And you do have to be emotionally and mentally balanced. Your mind and your heart, your intellectuality and your emotions need to be in balance. And I'm going to close this reading because I am running out of time. There is probably going to be a part 3.